This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Alright, thank you for that. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content, please visit... Okay. Playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent of your exposure of highly disturbing content. I agree. I guess roll the intro.
She tells him, ooh, love, no one's ever gonna hurt you, love. I'm gonna give you all of my love. Nobody matters like you.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is DeadGamerHD, and guys, welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. And yes, I know a lot of you guys are going to be asking in the comments, why am I playing a game like this? Well, for a few reasons. Number one, that this potential gameplay series, which I'm hoping it does become a series, is going to end up being replaced for the Last of Us series, mainly for the first game. And here's the reason why, and I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit of a story real quick. So a few days ago, I tried recording The Last of Us part 2 for the first game, and everything was going fine. But apparently when I go ahead and start recording, it tells me it's recording, like the whole thing is recording, and then the second I stop recording, the file got corrupted or something, and it basically, in a way, it basically said like the whole thing got corrupted with the whole file. And what sucks so much is that that was a 30 to 40 minute gameplay of The Last of Us part 2 actually, and that sucks so much because I got into like really good parts in the second part, and like, oh, dude, I'm like so irritated about that. So I had to end up thinking, what other game should I actually play to replace The Last of Us? Now, letting you guys know, I'm only talking about the first game. I'm not talking about the second game. When I get the second game, I will be playing that on the channel. But I decided to go ahead and see what I can actually play, and I saw this on Steam, and I'm like, you know what, let's actually give this a try, even though it's like an anime game. Because looking at the description of the game and looking at like the ratings of it, it's really actually good for a game like this. And it even said about something about physiology horror or something like that, which I don't see in a freaking dating anime game or something like that. I don't know. But I want to go ahead and actually say this, that apparently this game has something to do with breaking a lot of fourth wall, which is going to suck. And not only that, but people on the internet has said make sure to keep your game files open because it has something to do with that, and keep it open the entire game. So right now I do have my game files open. You guys can't see it, but I do have them open, just to make sure that everything is going, you know, good and everything. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and we're probably gonna stop talking and we're gonna jump right into Doki Doki Literature Club. I just wanted to say that real quick so everybody doesn't get confused. If you guys do enjoy the first episode of Doki Doki Literature Club, make sure you guys hit it up with the like, because it does help out a lot. It lets me know that you guys want me to continue on with this gameplay series. If you guys don't want me to continue, it is completely cool. I'm not gonna, like, you know, just shove these in your face and everything. If you guys show overwhelming support and everything on this first video, I will continue playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Not only that, but one of my friends, aka Bossman Forever 15, said this was his favorite type of game to actually play, so I figured I might as well go ahead and give this a check out. So I think without any further ado, let's just hop into Doki Doki Literature Club. So new game, enter your name. I'm just gonna put let's just put DGHD. Screw it. That's my name, DGHD. If this, oh, bruh, come on. If this is a dialogue-based game, I'm definitely screwed. Because one thing that people don't know about me is that when it comes to dialogue or reading, I suck with. I stutter a lot. I sound like a robot when I talk or I'm reading. Bruh. If this is just gonna be dialogue, yeah, it's gonna be dialogue only, I can tell. Fudge. This is the annoying thing that's gonna suck. All right. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me after like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and I deal in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh, I gotta do voice acting now. I'm not doing that because I'm gonna mess up my voice or something like that. Ha ha! I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, DGHD. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Whatever you say. We cross the street together and make our way to the school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly spectacle with other students making their daily commute. By the way, DGHD, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Well, that's alright. Hey, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along for whatever she's saying or going on about. Sayori looks too worried a little too much about me. Oh my god, I just stuttered that whole freaking sentence right there. When I am perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Why am I struggling to talk and read? Why? I hate myself sometimes. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, okay, Sayori, okay, I'll do it. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Would you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? I don't know. Why do I let that happen? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if it does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I looked around and realized that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what, Sayori? Know what? Well, that you can come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I am joining your club, or going to your club. Heh, meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I am 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Well, Jesus, man. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Got that, Sayori? Yes, let's go! And thus today's marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Don't call me a new member, Sayori. I glance around the classroom. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, DGHD, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club, it is full of incredibly cute girls. I mean, you want to hit me up that numbers real quick? What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. So sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. Again, how do I know you? It's great to see you again, DGHD. Monica smiles sweetly. Okay, no, don't do that pose. Don't do that pose. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Okay, now it makes sense. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, DGHD. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. I have to itch my foot. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got little too excited. Now how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whee! I'm not gonna freaking do that, Jesus. Natsuki lifts the foil off of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were such good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, then I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take out a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you, no, you dummy. All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down with the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. And that's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know? I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Okay, Monica. As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I am surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand of all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially if it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. You know it. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must work really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they are all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, DGHD, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I have read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Shut up, phone! She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. But it's obvious by the way her eyes light up, she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep physiological elements usually impress me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to complete throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Horror reader? I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimum level. Jesus. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't expect that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, but only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Well, what? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. I almost said last class meeting, Jesus. It looked like you're working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud and Give It Back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Why am I sure? See. Do you have writing experiences too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I want to read everyone's poems. Of course, Sayori will probably be in the middle of that. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea for everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, DGHD? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, GGHD. you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me there for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then, that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next class, to the next meeting, so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. DGHD, I look forward to seeing you express yourself. Yeah. I can really impress the class star Monica with my I'm just gonna skip that word. You know what? Put a black bar on that word. It's never gonna exist, alright? Writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey DGHD, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stays after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. So we have to choose words to make up a poem. And right now we only have 3. We have Sayori, Yuri, and Natsuki. Okay, how long have we been recording? Almost 30 minutes. Is this gonna happen every time? I don't know. Let's go a little bit more. Pleasure. So we're going to Yuri. Alright. Should we try... Who should we try? Should we try... Think really hard about this. Alright, let's I don't know. Okay, let's just pick this and just see what we got here. Joy. Okay, that's Sayori. Holiday, Sayori. Family, Sayori. Jesus, I'm picking a lot of Sayori. Heart. Together. Marriage. Jesus. Eternity. Marshmallow. I want marshmallows. Vacation. Promise. Happiness. Suicide. Jesus. Sunset. I'm picking a lot for Sayori, and that's not even on purpose. Like this is not even on purpose. Sunny. Smile. Peaceful. cheeks. Let me suck them cheeks. I know I'm playing. No, don't put that into context. I swear to God. Laugh. Romance. I don't even know what I'm choosing anymore. Childhood. Alright. Apparently, we're just gonna go with Sayori. Hi again, DGHD. How's it going, Monica? Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Ha 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 ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, DGHD. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment like you. For you. Making you dive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Is that what it is? I don't know. Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. DGHD always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. Wow, do I really do much for Sayori? How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Am I like her father or something? Like, I feel like I'm doing everything for this little girl. Or the little girl. Jesus. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and DGHD can be good friends too. Or become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the world situation she can just put me into. Oh, Yuri. Even brought you something today, you know. Well, wait, Sayori. Me? Moi? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like it was a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, it wasn't expecting anything in the first place. Of course. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what, Yuri. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it could keep your attention even if you don't like usually reading. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How I am supposed to I can't even pronounce that myself with something literature related by myself like this. I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I am feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I closed my eyes and ended up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our only our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of literature club sounds too dense and intentional. But it's not like that. It's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, no one will come in the first place, even if it's a literature event. So it's most important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberately like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think we'll need food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Aha, good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki will make the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Not really. Cupcakes is it then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the events itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies... Excuse me? But therein lies the unexpected reason I admired her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Do I? I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't a napping club. Does your school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? No, now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime. I guess, Sayori. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica's overhead. It's true though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. That's how you try to be like a little slick right there. I know it. Come on, at least give me the benefit of a doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around herself. Does not mean look around yourself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly rushed in this morning. Look at your hair, is sticking up all everywhere. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, try to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look at your bow. Isn't straight either. And there is a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I'll try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But then, wait, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Aw, damn. That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. That's still fucked though. I don't give a fuck. Well, shots fired, I guess, but damn. I start to button up her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? This is so funny. What's this? Well, I was just thinking how weird it was to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Okay, why am I doing this again? Like, why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you even buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner than that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Alright. Don't say that out loud. Damn, Sayori, I know your tits got bigger, but goddamn. Anyway, you look much better now, though. Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? It's so stuffy. It's not worth it all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Excuse me? Phew! That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls it. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like that's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we're really are better at taking care of each other. Okay, let me reread that. I guess we are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning? You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote down? Yay! DGHD, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My reaction ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica writes hers in a compassionate notebook. I can already see Monica's persistent handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly company as well, reaching into their bags. So I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem first? Okay. I think... How long have we been recording? Yeah, I think let's go ahead and end off this video here. Let's end the first part of Doki Doki Literature Club. So, real quick, what I'm going to say, I am very sorry if the commentary is that bit stale and not that much entertaining or whatever. I tried my hardest, but remember that usually when I'm reading something, it's very hard for me to like make sure that I'm doing like these types of feelings of how they're actually talking. Not only that, but during times off camera when I wasn't talking, I had to make sure I drink some water, so that's how I don't get very dehydrated when I talk. So if I talk a lot, I start getting very dehydrated, which is why like earlier in the video you guys heard my voice a bit scratchy because I was getting very dehydrated. So but yeah, I think we're gonna end off this first episode here of Doki Doki Literature Club. So far nothing too bad has happened. There was some bit awkward parts here and there, which is, I am saying this and I'm still gonna put it as well, if you are a kid that is not above 13 years old, then please don't watch these this series, because there is going to be a lot of parts I'm going to assume in the series that is going to be really bad, and I don't want to scar you guys out there. So yeah, and it also gives you a warning if you are trying to play the game. You need to at least be 13 years of age to actually play this game, which is obviously what it showed in the beginning of the video. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end off this video here, and yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. Again, this is supposed to be a replacement series for The Last of Us, because obviously I tried recording The Last of Us Part 2, but apparently it wasn't recording, and I really messed up, which is why I'm hoping you guys do end up enjoying the Doki Doki Literature Club. I did say if I do get The Last of Us Part 2 very soon, I will go ahead and I will go ahead and record that series for you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys drop a like down below. If you guys haven't already, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, join the Deader Squad and all that good stuff. And guys, I will talk to you guys later. Peace.